What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building. You know what it is. I apologize. Number one, we didn't start the 10:30 start. That's all my fault, my mark. I apologize about that, but let's get it in. My dog right here, Mike White, Burgers and Blitzes. You know how we do playoff edition. And guess what, Mike? We're
What's up,
finally here.
Bubbles?
We're finally
Yes,
here.
sir.
The team that you were scared of, we playing tonight.
Hey, look at us.
Yep, yep.
Look at us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man,
The team that you were scared of, we're playing them today, Mike.
hey,
I'm
that
gonna
ain't the
mention it
team
to
I'm
you.
scared of. That's the
You
team
said you were
everybody's
scared of.
scared. That's
No,
the team
you're scared of.
everybody's scared of.
No,
That's the
that's the
team
team you scared of.
everybody's
I
scared of.
would. Nah, I'm scared of. You don't
Oh
throw me
yeah.
in there because I said I
Oh
wanted
yeah.
that smoke.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said I
You're,
wanted
you're the
that
dude.
smoke.
You're the dude standing at the grizzly bear keg. Go. I ain't
You
shook.
right. Yep, you
I,
right.
I, I,
No,
I,
hey,
I,
I'm
I,
not. I'm
I
not a
ain't
shook
shook.
one. I'm not a shook one, dog. I'm a crook son. I'm a crook son. I ain't a shook one. I'm a crook son. I ain't no shook one. You feel me? Let me say what's up to everybody in the building. Let's talk some good football. Shout out to my dog Tim Johnson, Florida Cowboy, Eastside Herald. Yeah, okay. Yeah, talk about you, Houston, but I still love you. Sugar Daddy Williams, T Smooth TV, Samuel Rowe, aka Professor O Burner Account, Mike White, the best QB ever, whatever. M4D Madman, what's up? Keep on getting C. Burleson, keep on coming in there. Share, share, share. We're about to talk to a playoff edition. We saw the game last night. Philly, hey, they took care of business. They handled business. And
You
listen,
know,
listen, hey, I can't hate on them right now. I want to play them. This is the road that I wanted, Mike. I said I wanted Tampa. I said I wanted San Francisco, and I wanted Philly. You heard me say that weeks ago. Didn't you hear me say that?
yes, I'm well aware. I'm well. Oh my.
Yeah,
Is
I'm
there
the
a
one.
more? Is there a more insufferable coach in
Huh,
NFL history than Nick Sirianni?
man, why
Big
y'all listen?
methadone energy, copper stealing ass.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you something about that guy. I don't hate on him. Now I'm gonna tell you why. Don't Peace, Cowboys fans. Don't get mad at me, Cowboys fans. Don't get mad at me. If we had a coach like that had that kind of energy and was getting all into the game, Cowboys fans would love it.
Oh, like they love
Am I
Chris
lying?
Richard.
They did love Chris Richard. He was
That's
just
what I'm
doing back.
saying.
He
It's
was
just
like doing back.
it's it's not even caveman shit. Oh, it's caveman coach. No, that I'm a caveman. I don't like that shit. It's he's a front running coward. That's why I don't like him.
But
He
here's the
we never
thing.
get too high. We never get too low. After you
Who
get your
cares
ass
about
smacked.
him though? Don't worry
I,
about him. You feel me? We ain't even
I'm
worried about
salty
him.
because I'm the idiot that believed New York could do anything to help us
Yeah.
out. Literally
And
ever.
you knew they weren't. I mean, I'm the one that said they smell a one and done, but when I see them play the Giants, I said it's always hard to play a team three times, and that is true in my opinion. But obviously, the Giants were just happy to be there. It didn't matter, they had a successful season just getting to the playoffs, so it didn't matter if they won or not. Let's keep it real. It didn't. Let's keep it real. Even the Giants, once they probably got up 14-0, they're probably like, we were gonna lose anyway, but we happy we made the playoffs. Come on, players don't do that. Yes, they do. They definitely do
Oh,
that.
for sure.
so, so
I mean,
that's what it
Dallas
is.
Dallas should not have that mindset, but it's a mindset that you could have at the end of the day if it don't go your way because we wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah.
This season was a damn write off, and I'm not trying to cope about the game or anything. Like I'm not. I don't think it's over. I think if we go out there, we play 4 quarters, we can beat the ass today. But if that don't happen, we wasn't supposed to be here. We lost a quarterback for 5 weeks. You lose your quarterback for 5 weeks in the NFL, that's a wrap.
I hear
That's
you.
a wrap on your season. It is.
You're right. And nobody thought Cooper Rush could come in and do that. So
Mm-mm.
shout out to the staff for being able to, hold the water. Shout out to Mike McCarthy. But me, I still said 12-5, even when they had Cooper Rush in there. I didn't waver from 12-5. That's just me. I'm just keeping it real. I didn't waver. Said our season was going to go in the tank. I thought we still win because I looked at our schedule and I thought our defense was playing good enough for us to win, and we still had offensive elements. You feel me? If you dumb down the offense and be able to use your stars and have a regular quarterback, you can win. We've seen that time and time again in the NFL. So that wasn't a surprise to me, even though Cooper Rush, and we don't know about him. But we're here now. Today is the game, Big Mike.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Dude,
let's let's
I'm so happy.
I'm stoked. I'm ready because, like I said, this is the smoke I wanted in this order: Tampa, San Fran, Philly, all the on the road Warriors. I said this is where we would be at. So let's talk about San Francisco. We understand about Brock Purdy. I said that he gonna turn into a pumpkin, but give me some quick keys to the game for your opinion. When Cowboys are on offense, what do they feel like the Cowboys need to do to really deal with this San Francisco defense, the Bozas, the Greenlaws, the Warners, those guys. What are the Cowboys you feel like they need to do on offense?
They're going to have to come up with a way to get Dak some time to where they can get to the secondary. Those intermediate passes, the way they play defense, and how sound they are with Warner, because Warner can't edge rush. Like, it's kind of crazy. They drafted Micah Parsons to be like a Fred Warner. Fred Warner can't get on the line of scrimmage and play like Parsons can, but Parsons can't get back there and play like Warner does. You got to avoid him. But it's kind of crazy saying that on the linebacker, but the dude's really, really good. But they cannot cover downfield. They can't. Not if but they never nobody ever has time versus their pass rush. So you got to figure out a way to generate some touches for your playmakers. The misdirection, which is going to be hard to do because you're playing with a hodgepodge offensive line.
But don't
It's
you
a
feel
really
better? Now, let me ask you this. I didn't mean to cut you off, Mike,
no,
but
you're
let me
good.
ask you this. Don't you feel a little bit better? Because I said this during the game. I felt like they really messed up and dropped the ball by inserting Jason Peters in there. I think they should have left it
Yeah,
alone, left Connor McGovern at left
he's
guard, and
cooked.
left Tyler Smith at left tackle. I thought they should have left it at that. And when Jason Peters went out, that offense actually started playing better, in my opinion, because it was more what we say, what's the word when they're united?
Hmm.
They know each other. Jason Peters insert in there messed everything up, in my opinion. And you saw. So I feel a little better. And I know Tyron
Did,
Smith, right
did y'all see that?
tackle.
Did
Go
you
ahead.
see that one play where they tried to pull him? They tried to
Get
pull him and
right.
sit him up. Dude, he looked like somebody's grandpa out there trying to get out of the flat. Like, come on, why are you making the man's 40 years old? That
That's
that
what
might
I'm
as well be
saying.
that might as well be 72 in football years, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I mean. So I felt like they dropped the ball trying to force Jason Peters in there, and now he got hurt. And I said this a month ago. Don't insert Jason Peters in the starting lineup because he's going to get hurt. And what happened? He got inserted in the lineup and he got hurt. I know what the F I'm talking about, okay, y'all? I know what the F I'm talking about. And this is what happened right here. So I think we're going to have a better way to go because even though Connor McGovern isn't some great left guard, I know that, but it's serviceable for what you need right now. And Tyler Smith needs to stay at that left tackle because we need athleticism out there.
I've said it. I've said it forever, and I'll make an example because I know you know where I'm going to go with this. Dak Prescott, like all quarterbacks, but especially Dak Prescott, I've said it 1,000 times, is a rhythm quarterback.
Yes.
He
Yes.
can deal with a bad offensive line as long as it's consistently bad. When you never know who's going to break down on any play, you can never get your head right, and the man needs to get into a rhythm. And they got into a rhythm when Peters went out, and they didn't get into a rhythm versus Washington. I know that game was a punt. I know it was Week 18, this, that, so on and so forth, and the other. But you see it. Hell, you saw it. You saw it literally last weekend. You saw it literally last weekend. If those first two passes that got dropped, and then the third one gets dropped, and they come out, and the second series is all kind of wonky, and then they get a free ball, and then it's boom,
Yeah. I
shit.
told I
When shit start, when he starts clicking, it's like remember way back when Baker used to be something. We did that pod. We talked about Baker when Baker Mayfield starts doing that little run down the field when I'm not comparing the two, but it's the same. It's the same concept. It's every quarterback every quarterback, but especially Prescott, needs to get into a rhythm. Something needs to be consistent on that offensive line. It can be consistently bad as long as it's consistently bad at the same spot. That way you can check over. You're like, okay, Tyron's getting his ass whipped today. Let me get over here. But then you check over to Tyron, and all of a sudden Terrence Steele blows in the assignment. Or, McGovern blows in the assignment. Or this, I know Steele's out, but I'm just, talking. That's that's what we need. We need consistently, even if it's consistently bad, as long as it's at the same spot. You can't have it at three or four different spots like it happened last year versus the same damn team where your 5-man OL couldn't block a 3-man front.
right. But I think it's
Ain't
gonna be
no,
different. I think it's gonna
yeah.
be different tonight.
This is different. This is different.
I think it's gonna be different today. Shout out to my guy Texas D903 for the $2 holla. Burgers and blitzes on motherfucking game day. Let's effing go. I feel you, dog. I really appreciate you out there with the $2 holla. If anybody else wants to donate, throw it out there. We ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? We both got bills out here in these streets, so
Y'all been to
don't
the
be.
grocery store lately?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, eggs is $5.35. It's like egg
If
shortage.
you could
So
find
hey,
them, I seen a dude on the corner the other day. He wasn't even asking for money. He was just standing there. He said, "I'm not even homeless. I just need some eggs. If you got any extra."
wow. Homeless people are asking for eggs.
Now he wasn't even
Woo-wee.
homeless. He's in the suit.
Oh,
He's like, I'm not even
well,
homeless. I just
hey,
need some eggs.
I'm gonna keep it real. Half of them be faking anyway. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
But so you mentioned the O line. We got to get Dak in the rhythm, and I totally agree with that because Dak is a rhythm quarterback, and this is a rhythm offense. So let's keep it real. When that offense gets in its rhythm and really starts cooking,
The whole
if you
team.
haven't noticed, the whole team starts really taking off when we start really get rolling. So I agree with you. Now, this is what I said in that Tampa game. This needs to be a Tony Pollard game. I'm going to say this in this San Francisco game. This needs to be a Tony Pollard game. Can I ask you, Mike, do you agree with me about that? That you need to start a Tony Pollard
Yeah,
and
that's
you
why they
need to,
saved him in the second half of the last game. They started him. They got up, and then Pollard basically just came in and spotted Zeke when he taps out after 3 plays for the rest of that game. They kept him fresh. Zeke ain't turning. This is not. It's just factual information. This is not
we
how I
always
feel
have to apologize to Zeke. Don't we always have to apologize about Zeke? Why do we always have
because
to apologize about him?
people and they always have. They always have. The people who claim to quote unquote love Zeke take it as a personal attack when you're trying to save the man reps, like we were trying to do. We wanted to use Pollard. Why do you hate Zeke? Bitch, that's an entirely different sentence. What in the hell is you even talking about? Like, the reason we didn't want to use Zeke that much is because this happens. You can't you can't even get through the contract. Basically, and if we want to be honest about it, the way they was using him, he didn't even make it through his rookie contract time length. They had 4 more years before they had to pay, and they still wore his ass out and gave him 300 something touches a year when you had Tony Pollard riding the pine. And now he's broken. He can't turn the corner. He can't. He's a damn good short yardage back, but this
He's
San
a Jerome
Francisco
Bettis right now. He's a
he is
we got
he's
Tony
Fred.
Pollard.
It's Fred Taylor and MJD is what it is.
Oh, it's not just that. And I'm gonna go ahead and take it a step further. It might be Jerome Bettis and Willie Parker. Because I mean, you remember Fast Willie? Fast
Yeah.
Willie was that guy, and Jerome Bettis took that back role, but he understood it and saw what it was. And I think this is what it needs to be. Shout out to Eastside Herald for the $2 holla. They can bring out the boombox again. We ain't worried about it because if you bring it out again, that's
Ain't the
just
same
using
team.
they're using the same thing. Please do that. We'll
I hope
definitely
they
beat
do.
their ass with that.
I hope they
If they
come out.
do
I hope
that,
they come out
if they
smelling their own brew.
if they do that, then we're definitely going to win. So I'll talk to you later on that Eastside Herald. But what I was saying, I agree with you, Mike, with that. Zeke is the closer now. He's the closer now. He's going to get you the tough yards. When you're inside the 10-yard line, you bring Ezekiel Elliott in to finish those drives and get that touchdown. That's fine with me. But when you're starting the game, you need explosiveness. We know this team, and I'm going to say this, Mike, as much as the team is a rhythm team and a rhythm offense at Dak Prescott, we get into a quicker rhythm when you got Tony Pollard in there. When Tony Pollard starts
When
and he
that dude can turn a -2 into a +5, that is 7 free yards, buddy.
right,
That is 7 free yards. You run it, you take it.
and here's the thing. Let's not try to run Tony Pollard up the middle when you first start. Kellen Moore was smart and start him on the edge. Get a pitch out,
I was
start him
literally
on
about
the
to say,
edge.
go anybody in the chat, go to nextgenstats.com. I already posted them all week. Go to nextgenstats.com and look how they use Chris McCaffrey and look how Tony Pollard was used last week. It looks the same exact way. It was all that misdirection and outside zone. That's what Shanahan does. That's why having LVE back is massive for this team. Absolutely massive. Because we don't have nobody that can run in space outside of him. Parsons can't do it. Keep Parsons up on the line of scrimmage. We drafted him to be an off the ball linebacker. Speaking of Fred Warner, they drafted him to be Fred Warner. That's what they thought they were getting. He turns out he's, Von Miller.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Right. Right. Right.
Fantastic.
Hey, that's a great comparison right there. That's a
Mhm.
great comparison. He's a Von Miller.
Yeah, he's a quote unquote linebacker, but you don't want him out there. You don't want him out there in the flat. I mean, that dude. We've seen it. I mean, small sample size, admittedly, but we've seen it. He gets kind of picked on when he's out there in the flat, man. He really does.
Mm-hmm.
So keep him on the line. And now you have a quarterback. This Brock Purdy stuff is wild. Hats off to him.
I know.
Hats off to him. Mr. Irrelevant, trying to doing what he's kind of doing what he's doing. But the unbelievable hype. You're going against a quarterback in the playoffs. If Dan Quinn is this supposed defensive wizard, and he has Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs and DeMarcus Lawrence and Leighton Vander Esch and Izzy and Hooker, all these names we like to say he has, and you're going against a quarterback who has literally less than 400 snaps in the NFL in the playoffs. If you can't take advantage of that, go ahead, take your head coach job, dude. Go on, get. Seriously.
Well, here's what I'm gonna bounce off with you with that. This is what I said with Dan Quinn. You just mentioned everything, and I totally agree with everything you just said with that. But I'm gonna take it a step further. Is that if you're trying to go ahead and get that head coaching job, right? If you're trying to coach somewhere else, then guess what? Show your ass today. Show your coaching ass.
Shut down the Purdy show.
Shut down the Purdy show, because if you guess what? Denver Broncos and Indianapolis Colts will hire you after this game if you shut down this Brock Purdy talk and shut down.
They won't even let you out the stadium. You ain't getting back to the Central Time Zone, dude.
You are hired. We are hiring you. You are a head coach. So go ahead. So this is what I said. Go ahead and leave, Dan Quinn. Dallas is going to be okay. They can promote somebody with them. They're going to be okay.
Al Harris.
Yeah, or even your boy George Edwards. I mean, he's in that building too.
I'm not sure George wants that, but I don't disagree with you.
Right, but you get what I'm saying.
I don't disagree with you.
So Dan Quinn can take his ass on, but if you're gonna coach for another job, you got to show your resume right now, right, Dan, Mike? So show your resume right now and show how good of a damn coach you are, and shut down this Niners team, right? So coach your ass off today, Dan Quinn. Show that you want to get a job somewhere else. That's cool. You can take us all the way to the chip with that defense and then get on. I'm cool with that.
Defensive coordinators, as I've said for years and years and years, defensive coordinators are only as good as their talent.
True. And, I think you're going to flop again as a head coach, Dan Quinn, and I'm not wishing that on you. I just feel like you're a defensive coordinator. That's just my opinion.
On a separate little tip, that ain't got nothing to do with the game. I don't think he's taking the Denver or the Indy job. He's got one more shot at being a head coach. Is that what you want to tie your boat to? Right. That were you tying off?
I would go with more and I don't know. Denver's got some talent. They just bad coaching over there too.
Dude, I don't. That quarterback's done.
We'll see what happens. But now we mentioned Tony Pollard. We mentioned rhythm offense. Let's talk about our offensive weapons as far as the receiving. Do we need to get a heavy dose of CeeDee Lamb today?
Of course. Make them stop it. What do
you think we need? We move CeeDee Lamb around. Where do you think
his GPS number is about to go? His GPS number is about to go crazy. Mother Tiger loves that GPS. He's going to be talking about on Monday at the press conference. We're going to give CeeDee Lamb a couple of days off. His GPS numbers. His GPS numbers got kind of high on Sunday, as y'all know. That dude's going to all over the field, and you need him. If he's not catching the ball, he needs to have 2 or 3 dudes with him so somebody else can catch the ball. You'd be an idiot not to cue in on him. You'd be an idiot. The dude is 4th in target share across, like 4th overall in target share across the league, and we don't even throw the ball like that. The only dudes above him, it was Devontae Adams.
I know he would be.
Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, and freaking Jefferson. No, it wasn't even, dude. It wasn't even Jefferson. It was Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and Tampa Bay dude. They got hurt.
Mike Evans or Godwin?
No, Gage. Russell Gage.
Damn. Really?
Yep.
It's crazy
because all their dudes were hurt all year, and Tom Brady threw the ball damn near 600 times.
Right. Well, threw 66 times against us, so you know what that was. You feel me? So now we got the offensive side. We feel good about that, and T.Y. Hilton. I want to see a T.Y. celebration. I just want to see throw it deep, get a T.Y. celebration. But Let's go with our defense against that offense. What do we need to do? They got McCaffrey, they got Debo Samuels. They're going to mix it up. They got Kittles. What do you think we need to do on defense to stop them?
The best thing we can do on defense is get a lead on offense. You got to make Purdy play. You got to make Purdy play 4 quarters. I broke down all the numbers the other day. The dude has like, I think it was like 10 attempts in the fourth quarter. It's just, you got to make him play. And if it comes down to a field goal, it comes down to a field. If Purdy doesn't run out of Paula Juice Post and it doesn't turn back into a pumpkin, you're going to have to play 4 quarters. And you need to make him play 4 quarters. You can't have that wide open, like I was watching the damn Kansas City game. They just let Kelsey peel off in the red zone wide open. You can't have you got to stay on Kittle. You got to put curse on Kittle. That's obvious. You're gonna have to say they don't. It's a lot, man. There's a lot you got to do because you never know how Shandy's going to hit you running this damn daddy's offense. You got to play assignment football, and what
Sound
gave me hope
tackling.
on that.
Sound tackling.
Yes, because they make your corners tackle.
That's what I worry about with Trevin Diggs right now. People were getting on me. Hold up, Mike. Let me finish this. People were getting on me. Some people were like, "Oh, let Trevin Diggs be the cover corner." No, they're gonna see Trevin Diggs don't like to tackle, and they're gonna attack his side with those toss outs, and they're gonna come to his side with Christian McCaffrey. They're gonna say, "Let's see you tackle if you tackle Trevin Diggs." Yes, they are. So he's got to step his ass up.
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of cover corner you are. You got to tackle today.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to because I don't think they're gonna try you. And if they do try you,
they are gonna try him. Watch. They're
gonna. I mean, on a pure coverage downfield basis.
But no, they're not gonna go downfield against him. You know what they're gonna do, Mike, against him? They're gonna make him trail.
They're gonna dump it off the CMC and make everybody tackle outside.
Well, not just
and
that.
That's why you have. That's why you have to get a lead.
Listen, Mike, though, they're not just going to do that with Trevin Diggs. They're going to make him trail. They're going to put Debo Samuels. They're going to lose Brandon Ayuk. They're going to make him trail because he's not good in trail technique. He's not good going over the middle in trail technique, and he likes to shoulder tackle. And so they're going to try to exploit that today. So to me, Trevin Diggs, you need to have one of the games of your life today, Trevin Diggs. They're going to try to go after you, Diggs. Listen to what I'm telling you, Diggs. They're going after you today. Please be strong today. They're going after you. Mark my words. Be strong today.
It would be smart to just draw an imaginary line in the sand and the halfway point in the defense and not let anybody do this nonsense. You get to here, you go back. You get to here, you go back. You absolutely do not want your corner or your linebacker, your safety or whoever to be trailing across the field when they snap that damn ball. You don't want it because there's more often than not chance the ball's going back the other direction. That dude ain't even getting the damn ball. And if he does, you need somebody over there ready, and you need to be back where you was because you need to be ready for the dude coming the other way. I personally, I mean, I'm not a defensive wizard, and I'm not going to try to tell you how to, but I don't think it's smart to have your guys trailing all the way back and forth because that third or fourth quarter come around,
you'll be tired.
you done ran about 6 or 7 miles today, buddy. You tired. You tired as hell.
They're going to try to do that. So the guys have to play sound football and they have to tackle. Shout out to my guy, Michael Ultra, for the $5 holler. Can't wait, brothers. I want the boys to smack them in their mouth. I would like to see the 2-back system, 3 tight end, and confuse them. I don't know if that's going to confuse them, but I would like to see because Peyton Hendershot is going to be active today because they said he was a full participant. So that's a good thing. So my thing is like you said, we don't want them trailing all game, and they got to play sound tackling football. When Christian McCaffrey gets that ball, they got to tackle him. They got to tackle. Can't have missed tackles. Can't have people bouncing off people. That's the biggest thing to me, Mike. We can't have missed tackles in this game. You know what I mean? And you need
missed to continue tackles and edge control.
Edge control. And edge control. Yes. DeMarcus Lawrence. Who we talking about on the other edge? Dante Fowler, Lawrence Marshawn Jr., Parsons. You cannot let them get the edges with the quarterback as well because they're going to RPO with him. He's going to run the ball.
Yeah. He's going to, and there's one little rep last week. I took a video of it, and it's probably the best pure edge play I've ever seen since on this team since I don't know when. They ran an RPO as in the red zone. They ran an RPO. Dude Brady tried to act like he was going to pitch it or cross up. Parsons held for a second and then fired right at him, and it forced that. It's the pick to J. Ron Curse is that play. It's the pick to J. Ron Curse. They ran an RPO play action little dilly, and Brady acted like he was going to shovel, so he paused him for a second, and Parsons held back, didn't on the wheel route, and then fired right at Tom Brady and caused that pick to Curse. That was that's what you need
That's what
right
we need
there.
every time, because here's the thing. You need to hit that quarterback. When
Yes,
that quarterback runs out, whether he is running or not, when he
I
lets
don't care
go
if
of
he's
that
got the
ball, you
ball.
need to
Hit him,
smack him.
hit him.
Because once he
If he's
gets
running,
smacked a
hit him.
couple times, if he gets smacked a couple times, they're not going to continue to do it. They won't.
Mm-mm.
It's just the truth. We let too many times they let him go and he gets a free release and a free run. We can't let that happen. Like you said, Mike, we got to smack him and hit him, and that's a key to the game right here. Now let's talk about Deebo Samuel, George Kittles. What are we going to do about some Deebo Samuels? Because you know they're going to heavily feature him today. Brandon
Tackle.
Nike, yeah, we got to tackle. We have to be
Tackle.
we have to be physical with Deebo today. We
Yeah.
have to be very physical with him. That's the key to me. Guys, this is what I say, Mike. Just like a team in basketball, teams who press don't like to be pressed. So if
Mm-mm.
a guy who's physical when he plays, he don't like people being physical with him. So
And
you hit him
nobody's pressed Purdy either.
right,
This team
hit
has not.
him
They have
right.
not been pressed. This little magical run that Purdy's on, which congratulations, it's great, whatever. This little quote unquote magical run where people are trying to make in the next Steve Young and this that. What's the best team they played? The Jared Stidham led freaking Raiders, who punted on the season, benched their quarterback. Come on, man. Like, you're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. This team didn't get to the playoffs like we were talking about earlier. This team wasn't supposed to be here. You didn't get here on accident. You didn't get here on accident. You're a supposed playoff team. Play 4 quarters. I don't care. I don't
We
care if
play
you don't
four
cover the
quarters, we're
spread. I
gonna
don't care
beat
if you win.
them.
I don't care if you win by a damn point. It's playoff football.
I feel good.
I
I feel good.
That's what scares me because I do too. I really do. I really if this team plays like we know they can play,
We're gonna whoop that ass.
Cowboys win by 10,
We're gonna whoop
which
their
is
ass.
yeah. That's
That's what we're all sitting here, Mike. I'm with you with the same thought. Just play our game and we're gonna beat them. Don't do the dumb stuff. Hey, look, last game we had 2 penalties, Mike. 2 penalties. You feel me?
who's the who's the ref.
No, this ref and crew that we have, I think this is the most. They have the less penalties as far as like playoffs. It's
Hey, you
more
know what?
in our
It don't
favor.
matter. We
It's in
don't
our
have
favor.
Hockley Jr. because Hockley Jr. played was a ref yesterday. That's what I was worried about.
No, we actually have a good crew that's actually in our favor as far as what they're doing, because I read about the officiating crew. I can't give the numbers, but I read about the officiating crew and it was in our favor. So, do you know what this reminds me of, Mike? You know what this reminds me of, Mike? I'm going to keep it real. Not saying we're going to the chip, but this reminds me of 92. Remember when 92, after 91, we had that dope season? We are like, 92 is going to be the year. And then we went into San Fran and we were the underdog. They were supposed to whip our ass. They were supposed to beat us. Everybody was saying San Fran, San Fran, San Fran. And Dallas came in and we weathered the storm, remember? Because that was a battle back and forth. Alvin Harper had the big catch at the end, but it was more San Francisco. This is what it feels like to me, Mike. It feels like this to me. I can't explain it, but this feels like everybody against us. Nobody thinks we win, and we come in and shock the world. It just feels like that to me. I don't want to feel like that, and I don't want to jump out, but this is what it feels like. We about to shock
It
the world.
it feels like it sucks because when I even think this, I hadn't even said it. When I think this, it feels like I'm playing both sides of the fence. This team wasn't supposed to be here. So it's not like if they go out there and they don't beat themselves and they lose, that is what it is. I mean, it really is. You wasn't supposed to be here. But if you go out there and play the way that this team's supposed to play, and the way they played last week, you should handle up. We're talking about Mr. Irrelevant, a quarterback who's had less than 400 career snaps. There's a
Right,
reason. There's a reason he was 277th
right,
overall. He
right,
didn't get there on accident. He didn't
right,
get there on accident.
right.
It ain't like Patrick Mahomes tore up both his knees his final season, and then they took a flyer on him. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about here? Like, go handle the fuck up on this dude. And let's go to the damn NFC Championship game and smack around Big Methadone Energy Sirianni and go to the fucking Super Bowl. Period.
Yeah, for real. We got the
Wait,
squad to do it. We got
go,
the squad to do it. We
go.
got the squad to do it. And I'm gonna tell you, Wink, he says we gotta get the lead in the first quarter. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't
Yeah,
think we're gonna get the lead in the first quarter. I think actually we're gonna be down. Listen how I'm saying it. Don't be discouraged, Cowboys fans, because I feel like the San Francisco Niners are gonna be hyped on they're at home, and I feel like Brock Purdy might do an opening touchdown, and they'll be like, "Yeah, that's what we talking about." Dallas is going to weather the storm, folks. I don't think Dallas jumps out early. I think the Niners jump out early, but we come back and weather the storm, and we come back and win this game. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. That's what
they.
I feel.
I want the Niners to have the ball first. I want that third. I want that opening possession in the third quarter to
Yeah,
go
me
up
too.
seven,
Me too.
to go up 17-6. That's what I want right there. I want that. I want to go into halftime 10-6. They kick a couple field goals or they miss an extra point or they go for two and screw it up. And they come out on the opening possession in that third quarter and go up 17-6 and make Purdy go out there and beat you. Make him do it.
Yeah,
Make him do it.
yeah. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when I'm listening to the comments, I feel like the Niners are going to jump on us early, and everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, see, I told you, Cowboys ain't doing shit." Be patient, Cowboy fans. We're going to be okay. I believe we're going to come back in this and win this. I believe it. I believe it deep in my soul and my bones. This is our time right here. I don't know about Super Bowl. I want to believe that, but I told him I have a big batch of Kool-Aid. But I believe the Brock Purdy time runs out today. I'm not giving no score predictions, but I know, like you said, Mike, if we play sound football, mistake-free football, keep the penalties low, turnovers low, we're going to beat them. Like you
Yeah.
said, Brock Purdy has less than 400 some snaps. Bro, he ain't this dude. He's not the guy. Once you whoop his ass, they're going to go back to him being third string. When he played at Iowa State, he was a third string quarterback. There's a reason why people always looked at you like you're not the guy, because you're not. You have a great team. You have a great offense around you, defense. Those things protect you. But once those things can't protect you and you actually have to win the game as a quarterback, we're going to see your warts and your faults, and those are going to come to fruition today.
Dan Quinn has to Bill Belichick Brock Purdy the
Yes.
way Bill Belichick did Jared Goff. Because what they're doing right now is the same exact thing that Jared Goff and Sean McVay were doing. He's in the headset. The defense lines up static. They get him set. He's giving him the answers to the test before they snap the ball. When the headset has to shut off. A lot of people don't know this. They got the headset in their ear that
Right.
shuts off at the 15-second mark on the play clock. They have 15 seconds. Shell your coverage. 15 seconds. Do what you need to do. Set up where you need to be, and make Brock Purdy make his reads. Make him make his reads.
Yes.
Make him beat you.
Yes.
Make him beat you.
That's what it is. It needs to be Brock Purdy needs to beat us, right? Make him throw in them tight windows, because he's been better when he's at open windows. When he has to throw tight window throws, he's not good.
Dude,
It's
he's got a
numbers
negative.
do
He's
it.
got a negative 30. He had a negative 36 CPOE on second downs this year. Negative 30. That's how wide open their boots are. You can't have that. You can't negative 36. I didn't know that was possible. Didn't know that was possible. He did it. So make him. They haven't. They haven't. He hadn't had to go out there and beat anybody. He hasn't.
Right. Right. I totally agree, Mike. He
And
has
you
to
have the
beat us.
better quarterback. They have the
Right.
better team. You have the better quarterback, which is generally the case in the playoffs. And at the same tone of breath, we know the better quarterback usually doesn't make the Super Bowl. But it's what it is. Make him
Right.
beat you.
Make him beat you. Not that's the theme of today. Make Brock Purdy beat you
And
because
I
he
don't.
hasn't.
Sorry, I don't
No,
need Dak. I got kind of worried. We went up like the second. They were trying to go up 3 possessions, and we ended up getting it. It was the drive where Gallup got the tip touchdown. Dak was kind of feeling himself, and I was getting nervous because he likes to have that heat check through. That he starts when he gets in that rhythm, he starts smelling blood in the water, and you get that heat check through. I felt it coming, and he did it. He did it. He tried to throw a red zone interception. I mean, let's be honest. That ball should have been picked. Don't do that today, dude. Don't do that today. That ball absolutely should have been picked, but it
hmm
wasn't. It wasn't. It just flat out wasn't. But that's football, and that is what it is. But that was a heat check throw. You don't. I don't know if you get away with that today. I don't know if you get away with that. So don't try it. Or if you try it and it works, you're a genius. um,
I want Dak to go nuts out. I want Dak to let them nuts hang today. I'm gonna keep
yeah.
it real. I want Dak to let his nuts hang today. Play just play carefree football, dog. And I believe if you play that way and the team plays that way, because everybody's already picking against us, Mike. Nobody's picking us to win this damn
Oh, they're
game.
pissed. They're pissed.
So just go out and play carefree football. If you play
This is a
carefree
get
football,
back.
we're gonna do this. This is a get
This is
back.
a get back.
Get back gang, baby. 199 holla. Shout out to Lamar for the 199 holla. How about them damn Cowboys 37-15? That'd be even greater. But this is get back gang. This is get back gang today, Mike. We
It's
gotta
the
remember
worst. It's
what
the
they
worst playoff game. The worst. He had to wear that dude all. What we hear about all summer.
all summer, San
All
Fran,
summer, dude.
that damn game.
All summer.
And now
Dak
this
went
is
out there, played like shit. Dak
right,
went out there, got his ass
right,
kicked. Dak did.
right, right,
Dak this. Dak that.
right,
Dak.
right,
Dude, I want him to just put that shit in his headphones. I don't want no
right.
pregame music. I want to run those clips back from after that San Fran right in his ear and just come out there and take it, that belt, and just take that
Take
belt
that
to
shit.
ass.
We need to take that shit today, right, Mike? You feel me?
And this the optimism I have in this game is not based in any falsehoods. The
Mm-hmm.
last time they played San Francisco, Tyron Smith had just came back from a really tough COVID battle. That dude was out there with like half a lung. We didn't have Michael Gallup. We didn't have T.Y. Hilton. C.D. Lamb was still wet behind the ears. All right. Micah Parsons was not who he is right now. Absolutely wasn't. There's a good, and Dak was on one leg. Like, this is not the same team. It's
We
not
didn't
the
have
same.
Jonathan Hankins either, right? We
No,
didn't have him either. You feel
didn't
me?
have
We didn't.
Hankins. You didn't have. I mean, it's not the same team. Like we knew going to that game last year that was the toughest draw we possibly could have pulled, which is no
And we
different than this year.
and you
No
remember when we
different than
went?
this.
Yeah, yeah. You remember when we went live and we said we can just get past San Francisco, we going to the
Mm.
chip. Didn't we say that?
They would have smacked. They would have smacked the Rams. They
They
would
would
have
smack the
absolutely
Rams.
smacked the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't convince me otherwise. You really can't. That Rams team
That's
was
for you,
not. I
Mike.
mean, what
That's for you, Mike.
awesome,
I
bro.
got a 199 holler. Make sure you get that name. He
Hit
said,
me.
"Can I
Hey,
get a follow back?"
hit me in my DMs, dude. I'll get you.
Hit him on his DM 199 holler. He will get you. You will get a follow back. Hey, if you want to donate some more, go ahead.
So
I'll follow
right.
back all day.
Yeah, I got to go get some food for the game here in a minute.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, we're getting ready to close this out because I'm getting ready to do another show here in a second. But how do you give your honest feelings about this game as we get ready to close? What's your honest feelings? What do you feel in this game?
Cowboys by 14.
I feel it too. I feel like we're
If
gonna
they
kick their ass, Mike.
if they play the way we
We
know they
keep
can
on saying
play.
that, right? We keep on saying that, right? If they play,
I mean,
we
what
should
else?
whoop their ass, right?
It's a cop out, but it's not.
But it's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's the truth,
It's the
right?
truth. This
If we
team was
play
not
our
supposed
game,
to
we'll
be
whoop
here.
their ass, right? If we
This team
play our
was not
game, we're
supposed to
gonna
be
whoop
here, but
their ass.
they are because the way they played.
If we
There's
play
not
our game,
there,
we're gonna whoop their ass.
there wasn't three NFC East teams in the divisional weekend by accident. That's not I mean, we could talk about how Detroit deserved to be in the playoffs more than Tampa Bay, but that's a whole different conversation. I'm glad we didn't have to play Detroit. I don't want to play them. No, sir. They don't fight fair.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. I'm gonna go back to that 92 game. Some people's like, man, a lot of people don't even remember that. I'm just gonna go back to that 92 game, Mike. I remember how I felt in that game, Mike. I was nervous as hell. I was nervous that whole day because here was the nervousness I had because I kept on feeling like we're gonna beat y'all, but I don't want to feel that way because I don't know the outcome. But I felt in '92 we were gonna go to San Francisco and beat them. I felt it. I felt like it was our time to whoop their ass,
Does
and
this
that's what I'm feeling right now, bro. It's just what I feel.
does this not? I mean, you're obviously it does the way you're talking. Does this not feel like something that's meant to happen?
Yes, this feels like something that's meant to happen, but I don't want to
I mean,
jump out there and be super
look at
confident.
the just Dak's arc of his career, like all the way going back to college. Wasn't supposed to be there. Wasn't this? Wasn't that? Got Mississippi State #1 overall in the damn nation, and then you come out there. The first game of the week this year, Tampa Bay breaks your damn hand. The last game you played, San Francisco broke your will.
Dog, it's set up.
I was like,
It's set up, Mike. From last year,
I
it's
want
set up.
Andrew. I just want Turpin not to lose the game for us. If that could be great, that's what I want him to do. Just fair catch when you're supposed to. Please stop taking the ball out from 3 yards deep and getting tackled to the damn 16-yard line. That's all you need to do. I don't. If you don't, please don't try to do too much. There's a reason you were not in the NFL. You're not Devin Hester, dude. You're not. Stop pretending you are. Stop. You're fast. Cool. You're also a buck 45, and apparently you're blind in one eye because you make the worst reads I've ever seen. Stop. Just do your job. Fair catch the ball securely. Fair. You know what? Fair catch it and go immediately to the ground. Just fall on top of it like a damn hand
Try
grenade.
to do too
Just
much.
just
You're
just
like you said, you're little, you're small. If somebody grabs you and slings you, you're gonna fly off the field. So we
they
get
might throw
that.
him to the damn third row.
Right. So don't here's the whole thing. I'm gonna give you a super chat from Daniel. He gave a $4.99 holla DM coming. Thank you both for creating awesome content. You are both very appreciated. We appreciate you, Daniel. We appreciate the $4.99 holla. Mike definitely appreciates you getting into the DM and let's give that good joker a follow. But I'm gonna say this before we head off here too. No hero ball today.
Do your job. Do your
Do
job.
your job. No hero ball. If you just do your job, Dallas Cowboys, you will beat the 49ers today. If you
Because you know
try to
what San
play
Francisco
hero ball,
does?
look, if you try to play hero ball, you will lose.
Yes. Yes. Just you know why San Francisco is such a good team? Because they all do their
Their job.
job. Period. It's not like there's a bunch of all pros. I mean, they do have a good team, but it's not like they got, it's not the Monstars out there. It ain't all
Right,
bad.
right.
It's do your
Do
damn
your job.
job.
Do your
Don't
job.
don't Robert Quinn it. DeMarcus Lawrence, don't pull a Robert Quinn and push 10
Right.
yards backfield and let
Yes.
CMC get dumped
Yes.
off behind you for a damn
Yes.
80-yard screen pass. Do
Yes.
your damn job.
Do your
Edge
job.
control.
That's
Edge control, tackle.
do your job. That's the mantra today. Shout out to my dog Wink for the $2 holler. We came into 14 penalties last game. That if we keep that low, we're definitely going to win. But
There's
that's the
all kinds of things you can point to the last game, the reason we lost.
right.
The Dallas Cowboys flat out beat themselves the last game.
That's true. That's
I mean,
true.
I know San Francisco kicked our ass. It is what it is. They took advantage of opportunities that we handed them.
Right.
Don't hand them opportunities. Don't give them free possessions. Don't give them a short field. Don't let them do the where Brock Purdy can go out there and have damn 11 passes in the second half and win by 20 points.
Right. Right. Do your job. You do your job, we win. What's up, Miss Bird Gang 31? I'm shout out to her because she's a great follow. Even though she's an Eagles fan, I got much respect for her. Hey, I'll give y'all props yesterday. Y'all won your game. We're trying to meet y'all in that championship game because to me, I was there. I watched that 1980-81 championship game the last time we played in the championship game against some Eagles and Dallas got their ass kicked. But you know what? I need to see that again. And everybody wants to see that again. Let's keep it real, Mike. Nobody wants to see Eagles San Francisco. Everybody wants to see Eagles Cowboys in that championship game. Let's keep it real, Mike. Let's keep it real, Mike. Let's keep it real, Mike. Everybody wants to see that game.
maybe the NFL will be on our side and give us some of them LA Rams blind eye penalties like
Can we get
when they
some
got the
penalties?
because they wanted the Rams in the
Everybody
Super Bowl.
wants to see Eagles Cowboys in the
No, nobody want to see
championship.
San Francisco
Nobody wants to
Niners.
see San Francisco, Brock
They want to
Purdy.
see Jalen
They
Hurts,
want to
Dak
see Jalen
Prescott in the
Hurts,
damn NFC Championship game.
Dak Prescott in the championship game. Period. Because
Period.
they didn't play each other in the regular season, so it's time to settle the score.
Yes.
Right? This is meant to happen.
It's like I don't want to break out the D word, but you know how I'm feeling.
Yeah, this is meant to happen.
It's
supposed to be Dak and Jalen Hurts. It's supposed to be.
It's how it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be that for Christmas Eve for the damn playoffs is what it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
not the playoffs, but the division. You know,
right. But this is where it's supposed to be right here. Neither one of them played against each other in the regular season, so we don't have. This is where it's meant to be. Football gods, shine on Dallas Cowboys, and let's get there so we can play them damn Eagles, and let's get
gods
it, man.
of war, may your hammer be mighty.
Let's get it, man. Hey, we're about to close out of here because I got another show of my guy, Best of Enemies podcast, my dog Joe Castro. Make sure you Cowboys fans don't forget. In 20 minutes, 18 minutes, me and my dog Joe Castro, Philly, we're gonna talk about that game, all that good stuff. But before we head off of here, Mike, let them know where they can follow you at on Twitter, all that good stuff, man.
I'm just on the Twitter. I don't got Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, anything. You see my handle down there. DMs are open. I'm always on there talking nonsense. You know,
yeah, he be talking crazy. Especially tell them about your friendly reminder for your game.
Friendly reminder that in-game tweets are a safe space. There is no
reaction too high or too low. Dak Prescott could be the damn best quarterback to ever grace the field, or I want to cut CeeDee Lamb. You know, everything's in that little 90-minute window, technically 3 hours because, you know, commercials and whatnot. That is where you're allowed to tilt. You don't carry that nonsense into your next day. You don't carry the nonsense the day before. That little window right there is a safe space where you're allowed to say whatever the hell you want. So let's get it. Let's go. At least we're not playing on damn Monday night. That was torture.
Yeah,
damn, that was torture.
that was torture. That was torture like a motherfucker. But listen to what Mike is saying. When we tweet, because I know I tweet, it's a safe space. I'll be talking mad reckless
in-game tweets are a safe space.
Because we ain't watched the all 22. We ain't had time to calm down. We just tweeting on emotion. So please don't judge us by the 2-hour, 3-hour tweets because I'll be going ham too. Shout out to my dog Reggie Hart for the $2 holla. Let's go.
I've never pulled a receipt for an in-game tweet. It's besides somebody that started talking shit about Dak in the first quarter. Because that's my favorite part. You know, we went 3 and out on those 2 opening possessions. Do my mentions, defend your quarterback, defend your quarterback, defend your quarterback, and then we go out there and rattle off a couple straight touchdowns, and all of a sudden it got real quiet. It got real quiet. Like, where y'all go? Where y'all go? Y'all was talking mad shit not even 15 minutes ago. Now it's real quiet.
Mm-hmm. Let's get it. It's our time. I just feel like it's our time. I don't know how far it goes from here, but I feel like it's our time tonight. And Cowboys, we all feel it today. Make our feelings feel good because we feel like we're going to win this game today. Validate our thoughts, validate our feelings. A lot of Cowboys fans feel like they're going down today. Validate that. Play good, sound football. Play good, smart football, and you will smack these Niners, bro. It's the truth. You will smack these Niners if you play mistake-free, sound football. You will smack them. You won't just beat them. You will smack them.
You're playing Mr. Irrelevant. You're playing Mr. Irrelevant. The dude, like, literally,
277th pick in the draft. Make him beat you.
Make him beat you.
Make him beat you. You know what? And if he does, you know what?
Clap to you.
Hey, Dan Quinn, go take whatever job you want. Get the hell on, dude, because you just got smoked by Brock Purdy.
A 7th round quarterback. So if a 7th round quarterback whoop your ass, Dan Quinn, I don't know if you deserve a head coaching job. I'm just saying.
I don't think he
You know,
does anyway, because hired a defensive coach is stupid, but that's another
I know.
conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation, but I agree. But we'll get ready to head off of here. Mike, you have a great day. Get that
You too,
good
Bubba.
food, because I seen that good food that you had for yesterday when you posted on your Twitter. Man, that's amazing. And when I get to Texas again, we're going to kick it. You know what I'm saying? We got to meet up and link up, and you're going to have to cook me some awesome. Bring my girl, me and your wife.
Throw a
We're going to
brisket. We'll
kick
throw
it,
a
all
brisket
that good
down,
stuff.
Bubba.
Let's do it. But I appreciate you. I love you, dog. Burgers and Blitzes, you know how we do. Make sure you check Mike's Twitter. Go make a follow. All that good stuff. Get in the DM like we was talking, so you can get that follow. And let's make it happen, big dog. I'll talk to you soon. Big Game James, Mike White, we out. Make sure you check the Best of Enemies podcast at 12 o'clock. Peace.
Love you, Bubba.
Love you too, dog. Peace.